Elon Musk has backed Tommy Robinson and demanded that he is freed from prison in a series of tweets taunting Kier Starmer. Hello everyone, this is Andre Walker. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe and hit the bell notification icon, because it's the best way to absolutely guarantee you get all of my videos as soon as they are released. Well, Britain is a fairly lawless place. We had a shooting in London last night and knife crime is out of control because Sadiq Khan has not taken any real action to deal with it. Yet, Kier Starmer, as we know, has prioritised putting political prisoners in prison, and in one case, somebody who complained about what was going on in Southport ended up dead as a result of being put in prison, somebody who had no previous criminal convictions whatsoever. Well, Elon Musk is continually coming to the rescue of decent, ordinary, patriotic people. On this occasion, he's begun tweeting about Kier Starmer's record, his approval ratings. He's described Britain as a tyrannical police state and has said that it's time to free Tommy Robinson from prison. Now look, I'll be totally honest with you. This isn't the first time that Elon Musk has intervened on behalf of Tommy Robinson. Remember, he brought him back to X, or Twitter. I hate that name, by the way. But he brought Tommy Robinson back and ended the attacks on free speech on the platform. Remember something about Twitter before Elon Musk took over. If you told the truth about Hunter Biden's laptop, you might get banned. If you told the truth about concerns about electoral fraud in the US election, you might get banned. And they labelled all of that fake news. Well, Elon Musk has turned that round, and I believe that he's doing something in order to help the whole world community, rather than just being selfish and trying to make a profit for himself. In fact, Twitter has lost a bit of money since he got in, certainly in terms of its market value. But he brought Tommy Robinson back. The other thing that he's done on occasions is reposted, or what we used to call retweeted, Tommy Robinson's material. And he's publicly, on multiple occasions, supported him. But to my mind, or to my knowledge, this is the first time he's complained about the amount of prison time that Tommy Robinson's got. Look, let me tell you about the situation that Tommy Robinson's in. He's now having to live off cans of tuna. Ezra Levant reported that he only gets £60 a month to live on. Now, you will remember that one of the problems that Tommy Robinson previously had in prisons was that the food was being brought to him specifically by people that he knew to be Islamists, and he was concerned about it being poisoned. I mean, look, let's be honest, I think it'd be quite hard to get poison in prison, but you could get things like drugs, spice, heroin, or indeed ground up glass. All sorts of things could be put in his dinner, which would be extremely dangerous and even lethal to him. Anyway, there has been an argument about this at HMP Woodhill, and they've increased the amount of money that he can spend on himself, and he's living off cans of tuna. What physical condition he will be in when he gets out of prison, I don't know. He's also got 15 prison cells to himself. Of course, he can only live in one, and the other 14 are just left empty. That's so that he can't interact with anybody, and he's seen the prison psychiatrist, not to complain, but to say, well, you know, what will my mental condition be like after 9 months of solitary confinement? You know that solitary confinement is something that is very often a punishment, and in fact he's in the punishment block. Of course, the reason why he's had to end up in solitary confinement, which was effectively at his own request, is he can't be put in prison general population because all of British prisons are now run by Islamists. And of course, he can't go into the nonce block because he just isn't going to do that, and I can understand why. So that's Tommy Robinson. But let's think a little bit about Elon Musk. He's now an advisor to Donald Trump, and this country needs to do something about our relationship with the United States of America. It drives me bananas the way that we are cutting off our nose to spite our face with Donald Trump. People like Donald Trump and Elon Musk are incredibly pro-British. Donald Trump is the most pro-British American president ever, easily defeating Ronald Reagan, and that's quite a high bar. He describes his mother as being a Highlander from proper Scotland. How many people outside Scotland understand the joke about lowlanders not being really Scottish? You have to have a fair degree of knowledge of the Scottish nation to know that. His only other job, other than being president of the United States of America, only other political job was to be a business ambassador for the government of Scotland. And so we've got Donald Trump into the White House. Joe Biden would not do a trade deal with Britain. Donald Trump is desperate to do a trade deal with Britain. He begged Theresa May to let him offer the best trade deal in the world to the United Kingdom. Now, of course, people are idiots, and they always go, oh, well, the trade deal benefits America. Well, of course it does. It's about opening up markets and freeing economics. And the reason that Donald Trump wants to offer the best trade deal in the world to Britain is because it will benefit both Britain and the United States of America. Because what you can't do is get jobs from Detroit and outsource them to Birmingham, simply because the wages in Birmingham are the same, pretty much the same rate for a car worker as they are in America. That's why he can open up markets. But he's put Elon Musk in. Elon Musk is now supporting genuine patriotic working class people against the attacks of Kier Starmer. And we are in a position where the British government, David Lammy, is going to attempt to get an inferior deal from the United States of America just because of how much they hate Donald Trump. I think that that is absolutely crazy, and we cannot allow this to continue. Obviously, we've seen the petition. 2.2 million people have signed it to get rid of Kier Starmer, and of course, Elon Musk is gloating all about that. Kier Starmer, by the way, has just dismissed it. I watched an awful show, by the way, on ITN, where they were just pouring scorn over the petition, claiming that everybody who signed it were just bots. Well, I've been sent it about 8 times from various friends on WhatsApp, so it must be a genuine thing. So now, I suppose my message to Britain is very simply this. We've got to get serious about our nation. We've got to start saying to ourselves that we want to interact with Elon Musk, we want to interact with President Trump, and we want to put genuine criminals in prison and not just people like Tommy Robinson. This 18-month sentence for Tommy Robinson is a complete and total waste of time. By the way, I keep saying this, so apologies for being repetitious. He did not lie. What happened was he was sued and he was unable to prove his case in the High Court. The reason he was unable to prove his case was because his witnesses had been paid off and signed non-disclosure agreements. Didn't mean he was lying. Now, because he failed in court, he wasn't allowed to show his documentary anymore legally, but he showed it anyway, and that's what got him contempt of court. Now, look, he broke the law, and I accept that, but he's a Category D prisoner. But moreover, it's not just he's a Category D prisoner. What was said in the documentary was true. It was actually true. The only reason why he's not allowed to say it is because of the legal niceties of the situation he was in. By the way, of course you can subpoena somebody to come to court, but if all of your witnesses are hostile to you and don't want to tell the truth, it's very hard to win the case. And I think most lawyers would recommend that you don't do that. So anyway, here we are. Thank you so much to Elon Musk. We will wait and see to see how much he's now going to continue to talk about this subject. And we have to compare the popularity of Kier Starmer with the popularity of Tommy Robinson. And I will say to you that Tommy Robinson should be released from prison, and we will see what more tweets come out. But the other thing is, top trolling Elon for the fact that you are tweeting the popularity of Kier Starmer to Kier Starmer. He wants, presumably, well, they've called Elon Musk to give evidence in Parliament. Presumably at some point, Kier Starmer will attempt to arrest Elon Musk, but I will tell you, somebody as rich and powerful as Elon is going to have no problems whatsoever. Bring it on. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. Until next time, goodbye.